Hey friends, Jill and Nathan here.
Good morning.
Welcome back to Whispering Willow Farm. We actually slept in today. We kind of stayed up late last night working on some stuff. Nathan's making me some coffee this morning, and then we are headed out into the garden to harvest food because our friends are coming to stay the night with us. It's kind of a New Year's Eve tradition that we do. They come and stay the night. We eat a lot of really good food and get up and have breakfast in the morning.
And eat a lot more good food.
And eat a lot more good food, absolutely. And so Nathan and him are kind of handling the food. Imagine that. So you've had, what, meat marinating and prepping for a day now?
Yeah, so we're going to do ribs and a brisket and smoked veggies, like all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to go outside. We're going to harvest some carrots that you need, maybe harvest a cabbage. I kind of just want to look at everything. I really just wanted to lay eyes on everything. Say hi, Junie. Can you say hi? Because it's been raining a lot, so I haven't actually been able to get out into the gardens and look at things, and so I'm really curious to see if any of our cauliflowers like heading up or anything.
I know.
Yeah, and I need to just make it out into the tunnel, so that's what we're going to do today. We're about to finish making our coffee and just kind of walk the farm, harvest some stuff. We thought we would take you guys along with us. I did want to mention on the front end of this video, today is the last day to buy mine and Jessica's Growing Gardeners course for the sale price of $99. It is originally $129. We did a special for the month of December. We will be flying out there in a couple weeks to do a live Q&A from their farm. And so if you've been thinking about purchasing the Growing Gardeners course, today is the last day that you can get it at the sale price, and I'll have that linked in the description. But you ready to make some coffee, babe?
I'm ready.
Alrighty.
You ready, June?
Yeah, say hi, friends. So while Nate's making my coffee like a sweet old husband that he is, let's talk through New Year. So tomorrow is a new year. Praise God, right? I feel like we just needed a new year. This has actually been an amazing year for us, but I feel like for so many people it's been a very heavy year. And so I am just praying that this new year is just going to bring a lot of hope and a lot of peace to a lot of people. I have been receiving some messages, people asking, Jill, do you do like a New Year's resolution? Like, what's your goal for 2022? I can't speak for Nathan. For me, I'd never really have done like a New Year's resolution, like I'm gonna go to the gym so many times a day, I'm gonna grow this much food. Like, I've never really done that. I'm a very goals driven person, so all throughout the year I do set very, very lofty goals for myself. And so I don't really like to view it as a New Year's resolution. I like to view it as goal setting because it seems more attainable to keep up with it throughout the year. I don't know if that makes sense. But for this year, I really want this to be a year of growth for our business and our farm. I know Nathan and I have a lot of goals that we want to do and a lot of things we want to accomplish on our farm this year. So I do know that that is something that we're both putting a lot of emphasis in, trying to make that happen. And honestly, I'm doing a lot of things in anticipation for the growth of our business, and that's real exciting, knowing some of the possibilities that could happen there. I do encourage you guys, set goals for yourself. It is really important. I feel like it's also really cool when you've achieved those goals. Like, I know this year we set goals for ourselves, and when I accomplished them, I was just like, I did that. But I don't think that's something that should take place in January. I think it's something you should practice year round.
Absolutely. Or if you do a 1-year goal, set little mini goals to achieve that 1-year goal. So
have you ever done a New Year's resolution?
Yes, and failed.
Yeah. So what is one thing that you are like, maybe not a New Year's resolution, but have you given yourself any goals for this year?
To get my fat butt in shape.
Whatever. You got to quit wearing your Body by Bacon shirt.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Okay, well, I can hold you accountable to that.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready to go out to the garden?
Let's do this. After I get my coffee.
Yeah.
Can I make my coffee real quick?
Absolutely. All right, are we ready?
Ready.
Nathan suggested that I do a house plant tour. Got lots of new house plants over the holiday season. Is that something you all would be interested in or not? I'm curious. Some of my house plants, I don't even know what they are.
We've got lots of them, so.
Definitely enough to do a tour, that's for sure. Come on, Tito. Those huge bags of soil I was talking about in my video earlier this week, here they are. Our dear friend Doug Dar came over late last night. That was actually one of the things we were working on. Him and Nathan and Sean were moving these off of a trailer, pulling them over here. We kind of overbought soil, so we're going to be putting them in the beds that we plan on having our dahlias in. But everyone needs a neighbor.
Everybody needs a neighbor like Doug.
Yeah.
I asked him if I could borrow his tractor, and he said, "Oh, I'll be there in 20 minutes." Okay. Thank you.
I like your ponytail.
Thanks, love.
You're welcome. All right, so what is your plan as far as like veggies?
Well, use what we have, obviously.
Are you just like sauteing them and?
I'm probably just gonna do, some sort of skillet stir fry.
What is the thing you're supposed to always do? You're supposed to eat on?
Black-eyed peas.
Oh, we don't have those.
We don't grow those. I mean, I've got some frozen in the freezer. So.
Have you ever done that? Like eaten that before? Yeah. Okay, it's a thing.
I think I need like 3 helpings this year. So.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right, I really want to check out the carrots. I mean, all my stuff though is still, we harvested all that broccoli the other day.
Look, still...
Oh, I know, all those other ones that were small are now getting so big. Although this ragged jack kale, I cannot even. This kale has done so good. Oh my gosh, check out those cabbages.
Mm-hmm. No bets.
Huh?
No bets.
No bets.
I'm quitting while I'm ahead.
It worked in your favor though.
Yes, it did.
All right, so can I harvest some carrots real quick?
Yeah.
How many do you think you'll need?
We've already got one very large carrot in the freezer, so honestly, I just need another good size one. Just one.
Okay, we'll see if I can do that. So another thing on our list today, I'm not sure if you guys remember, but Lord, way back in the summer, the back half of this bed I had planted with daikon radishes. I harvested them all and we just kept them stored in a fridge on the back porch. Now, radishes will store for months and months. Same with like cabbage. If you have a storing variety of cabbage, that's something Nathan and I have been talking through. You can literally, like, we could pull it up by the taproot, hang it upside down in the garage, and it would last in there for 4 months or so. And so that's why variety really does matter, especially if you're wanting to preserve and store, and if you're in a climate where you have to like harvest it all, but you're not where you like are able to preserve it all at one time. And so that's something that we definitely think through when we are buying our seeds and planting our seeds. And so those radishes, the daikon radishes, they last really long just stored in the fridge. And the same thing with your carrots. I've been storing my carrots out here and letting, you know, the soil do what it needs to do for me. But if you're in a place where you have planted a bunch of carrots and you need to harvest them, you can literally just like harvest them, wash off the dirt, and just store them in a refrigerator. Look at that one coming up over there. You see that?
Whoa.
Whoa.
You want to do it or you want me to do it?
No, I'll do it.
I
don't know that I've... Oh yeah, you can see. Oh my gosh, yes. This is the, I want to say it's dragon. Oh no, I broke it off.
You broke it off?
Yeah, look, it looks like the bottom broke. Because they grew together. That's okay. So these were the dragon varieties. And if you can see here, the inside is, do you have a pocket knife? No, it's okay. So the inside is actually orange. Now, if you guys remember, I told you I didn't go through and thin any of these, and that's what happened. So these had grown together, and I didn't thin them, so neither one of them got super big. There's a little caterpillar.
That's pretty big.
You think it's pretty big?
That's massive, babe.
So that's all you need, you think?
Yes.
I can't pull one more?
I mean, you can, it'll store. You asked me what I needed.
Let me try this one. Oh yeah, this one's gonna be massive, Nathan. Look at these. These are huge. So I have been getting asked what these big, large, orange ones are. These are called Danvers. I think that's how you pronounce it. We actually got this seed from the Farmers Co-op. And I'm telling you, I have been so impressed by these. they have just performed and performed. I am officially out of carrot seed though, so that is one of those things that I'm gonna be jotting down in my book, in my journal, that I definitely need to be ordering carrot seeds. However, I do not plant carrots in the spring. I only plant them in the fall because for me, where I live, I'm in zone 7Bs. Our springs are just super, super hot. And even right now, I mean, tomorrow is January 1st and I'm in a tank top. It's like 65 degrees outside. So that really does depend. You can grow root vegetables in the spring if you actually have a spring. Here we don't, and so I just don't even waste my time and waste my seed. I just wait and grow all this stuff in the fall. Look at all those beets over there. You see that in between?
Is that what that is?
Yeah, I planted those, and then I didn't think they were going to do anything, but I think I want to see if there's some in there.
But these?
Well, you see the ones in the middle that are pretty big? Will you grab one and see? I certainly didn't thin any of these. Look at there, babe.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
That's
Here,
fun.
let's remove these lower limbs. Let's get a real, we can feed these to the piggies. Gosh. I mean, that's actually really good sized beet.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to cut into it to see which one it was. I planted a couple different varieties. We don't actually love beets, real talk. What we
Roasted.
do, roasted beets, or we dehydrate it and make powder and put it in smoothies in the spring and the summer. But now that you have your freeze dryer,
That's probably what we need to do,
Yeah.
because beets are really, 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 really good for you. And the girls don't like the fermented beets as much as they do the radishes or the carrots or anything
Yeah.
else. So that's probably what I'll do. Get me a freeze dry video.
yes, you need to. That's exciting. You know, there are so many things I absolutely love about gardening, right? Like, this is what I chose to do for my career. So obviously I have passion in growing food. But what I love the most about growing food is how forgiving and just stinking relentless it is. Because I sowed all this stuff, I honestly think I sowed those beets in September. We got super, super busy. I didn't water. The irrigation needed to be replaced in this bed. I just kind of like threw my hands up and like moved on to something else. We were in like really, really prepping for all of our overwintered flowers at the time. So all my vegetables kind of took a back seat. And as you guys can see, and even now, I have no irrigation working in these 3 vegetable beds. We have replaced the irrigation on our overwintered flowers, but none of these vegetable beds have irrigation or water. I've not been watering them. They've only been watered by Mother Nature. And as you can see, like, they thrive. Food is resilient. Plants are resilient. And it's one thing I absolutely love. I talk to a lot of aspiring gardeners and they just say, I can't grow anything. I don't know what I'm doing. You really don't have to know what you're doing. You have to have the seeds, you have to have the soil, and then you really just have to let Mother Nature take part and have a role in this. And I think you'd be surprised just how well all of those things together will make stuff just grow and thrive. And I know especially like all of our stuff here is incredible. It grows incredibly well, and a large reason for that is the soil. If you do not have your soil right, that is literally the life support for all of your plants. And so when I get asked, what do I do? How do I grow things? If you make sure you have good soil, and then just all the other components that are gonna kind of naturally happen on their own, you can grow food. That's one thing I tell people, don't skimp on the soil, because it really does matter. And if you wanna know how we grow all this lush food, it's because Jessica's been feeding the soil for years and years. We came in and immediately started feeding the soil. All that soil that you saw out front, we're gonna be adding that to the beds this winter. And that way it's just feeding and decomposing, our beds are ready to go into the spring. And so it really does make a difference. But please be encouraged that you can grow food. I literally threw some seeds out here and forgot about them, and here we are digging up beets and carrots. All right, we made it into the tunnel. You guys can see everything's lush. Our chard is insane. Still, you remember when I planted this chard?
Long time ago.
A long time ago. Look at that. And all of the dino kale too. Nathan was just saying we need to dehydrate or freeze dry some of that for kale powders for soups. smoothies. I do have my Chinese cabbage over here that has been infested with aphids like crazy, so Nathan's actually going to take those out, feed them to the pigs real quick. I'm just going to kind of take you guys off my tripod real quick, and we're going to walk around. Because we've been having 70, 80 degree days, my overwintered flowers think it's spring. And so they are huge. I'm hoping that that's not going to be a problem. You guys know I've kind of given myself this year to experiment and learn a lot about flowers. We're also doing a lot of experimental stuff with flowers moving into 2022 that I am really, really excited about. And so I don't know. I am going to show you guys these flowers. I do think they're a bit bigger than they probably should be at this point, but I don't know if that's going to like hurt us or hinder us moving forward, or if it's going to just like kind of be a blessing. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of learning here, but check out that. Look at that, Nathan. That is like literally an arm's length.
That's huge. I'm excited. I didn't know we had cauliflower.
We do have cauliflower, but it wasn't doing anything. Is it now?
We've got tons of cauliflower.
Okay, let's go see Nathan's cauliflower. Check this out though, this kale is insane. I mean, so much of it. Here are the carnations over here. There's the piggies saying, feed me.
6 pound cabbage right here.
6 pound cabbage, you little heifer. That really probably is now though.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it is. We're not gonna.
Look at this cauliflower.
Whoa! Oh my gosh, this just happened.
Babe, it's everywhere.
Oh my goodness.
You needed some warm weather, I guess.
That is so stinking exciting. You guys, I almost pulled up these cauliflowers. That's how bad they were doing. Oh my gosh, Nathan Reagan. Ah, I grew that, babe.
I'm excited because we buy so much cauliflower rice.
Yeah.
We eat cauliflower rice all the time. And I'm sick and tired of buying it.
Well, good thing you got a wife that knows what she's doing.
All right.
Did you look at your Brussels?
Yes, and we've got lots of Brussels sprouts.
Look at that, y'all. I am just happy as a peach right now.
Yes.
Whoa! You guys, maybe I should like take breaks from coming out here more often. I need to go through and take some of the lower leaves off.
These need to be harvested.
I mean, probably. Do you want to add some Brussels sprouts to the operation?
Absolutely.
Look at that. Okay, I can't. Will you hold this real quick? Thank you. Oh my gosh, this just made my whole day. All of our other little overwintered flowers. These are the Brussels sprouts he was talking about. Check that out. These are pretty good size. So some of my cauliflower though, look, just rotted. That's because we kept the sides open on the tunnel, but it got so hot in here. That is disgusting. We'll rip that out and feed it to the pigs. Ugh. Your piggies are getting big, Nathan.
Massive.
Hey, piggy piggies! They are getting a lot sweeter though. You can...
Yeah, I can pet them now.
Yeah, you can go in here. They'll come up to you and want some lovins. Isn't that right? Hey, piggy piggy. All right, guys. I'm not sure if you can tell, but the storms are
coming in.
Storms are coming in. Temperatures are starting to drop quite a bit. Wind's starting to pick up.
Say that, but we hadn't even had the high today yet.
Well, that's true. I feel like it's gotten colder since we've been out here.
Maybe.
We are gonna finish harvesting this Chinese cabbage to give to the old piggies. One of the best things about having farm animals and growing food is that none of it goes to waste. So like those had aphids on them, I would not put that in my compost at all because you're just kind of spreading all of that into your soil, which you don't want to do. So typically, if we didn't have animals, I would burn it, is what I would do. Put it at the back part of our property that does not get used at all and just burn it. But if you have animals, even chickens, they could have eaten this.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is something, nothing goes to waste around here. Even our leftovers that we don't eat feeds the pigs. And that's just one of the things I love about our life and what we do. So we're gonna go harvest the rest of that. I'm gonna go take some pictures of that cauliflower. I am so impressed. You guys have no idea. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today as we kind of just walked the gardens and drank our coffee. Hope you guys have a fantastic new year. I hope that you go into the new year hopeful of all the good things that are gonna come. Just kind of switch gears, maybe not.
Positive mindset.
Yeah, have a positive mindset, and yes, challenges are gonna happen, things are gonna come up, but your attitude and how you react, and our attitudes and how we react to things really does determine a situation. And I think that is something it has taken us years and years to understand, but now I think we just kind of have that attitude of like, well, what's gonna happen is gonna happen, and how we react is gonna determine the outcome.
That's right. God throws things at us too.
Yeah, he does.
You know, just so we will rely on him.
Yeah, so I just pray that each of you guys will go into the new year feeling hopeful and anticipating all the wonderful things that are gonna come. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.